Smoke, puff, puff, pass that vibe. Stone apes get high, puff, puff, we like. Puff, puff, pass that vibe. Stone apes get high, puff, puff, we like.
Well, gents, like big Puffin, huge vibes in today. Really thankful everyone could come on the show today. Appreciate it. Want to give a little intro to some huge guests that our man DeFi brought in. First, we got Kevin from the Hip Hop Crypto Club. What's up, Kevin?
What's cracking, everybody?
What's Gucci, baby? What's Gucci? How you doing, Kevo?
Oh, man, just ready to get this popping, man. So super excited. I appreciate y'all inviting us just to kick it. And, you know, we get stoned a little bit ourselves. So, you know, let's ape into this bitch.
Let's go.
All right, DeFi, your boy just hopped on. What up?
What's Gucci, baby? What's Gucci? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Well, DeFi, why don't you give a little intro? Your boy LT there.
Oh, yeah, listen, Graewulf, you know what I mean? I appreciate you even dropping in, man. Very knowledgeable cat. Yeah, bro, Wolf, go ahead and talk about yourself a little bit. What you doing just real quick?
Larry Thomas, a.k.a. the Graewulf. I have a company called Sports Ed, LLC. We introduce careers to athletes. We help them go pro in things other than sports. I don't know if you know the statistics, but out of 500,000 kids who go to NCAA every year to play sports, only 1.6% make it, 98.4% don't. So I was a part of both of those. I got a chance to play arena football. Then I got a chance to also have to work for the rest of my life after a major car accident. Now that I'm coaching, I'm in the classroom with the kids. I'm noticing a couple of trends. Oh, they all believe they're going to be Steph Curry. No, you're not. I seen your parents. I seen your parents, son. I seen your parents. You're only going to be 5'1". It's not going to happen.
And Steph Curry's a legend. Shout out to Steph Curry.
You know what I mean? But what he did as a shorter guard is that he made it so that the average man believes that they can do the same thing on a regular. But I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but we know this what the statistics are. The numbers are the numbers. You have a higher chance of succeeding in that plan B when it comes to pro athletics, right? So we introduce them to a whole bunch of careers that support their dreams, their goals, basically being able to bring back trade to New York City schools and give them an opportunity. So I'm here in the Web3, the NFT space and stuff like that to give them that same green light from things that we're doing in the company.
And we got a legend in the house. I'm absolutely honored that this gentleman could come on and speak with us. He is the super granddaddy, pimp daddy, Mac of the year.
Hey, let's go.
He's coming. Tash, man. What are you saying, Tash? What are you saying?
You asked me how I wanted to be introduced, and that was it right there. Mac Daddy of the Year. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
You got to put respect on the name, son. Salute to the man, you heard?
Flashy Tashy, what's cracking?
I'm waking up slow, but I'm awake.
Salute to you, man. How you doing?
Peace. What's up?
You know, you're a legend, man. Support, salute, man. Just to be able to talk to people of that vibe.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Love the painting in the background, man.
You talking about this painting?
Yeah.
My cousin right there.
Is that an ape?
Oh, that's so cool.
I had to ask him, is this an NFT?
Yeah, it should be.
That should
That's
be an
amazing,
NFT.
bro.
Word. That's a movement right there, bro. That's incredible.
Man.
I love how we got the stoned apes and you got an amazing ape painting. I like the abstract and the colors.
Actually, I ain't picked none of that shit out. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit.
He's probably in a hotel and that's not even his painting.
In the lobby,
In a
right?
hotel, man.
In the lobby. In the lobby.
I'm in an Airbnb, man.
It's the Airbnb vibe.
Hey man, it's
that's
COVID
great.
times, you know? Yeah, there's a few musicians here.
Let's go. I can tell by the hip hop and I can feel it. I smell the greatness in the Grammys on y'all, man. Let's go.
Yeah, we were going to talk today a bit about onboarding, the culture in NFTs, culture behind music NFTs, and what that means for artists, opening up an entire new avenue for artists in this space and how that's forming. Like, we're all at the beginning of it. Kevin, tell us a bit about the Hip Hop Crypto Club. What's going on there?
You know, Hip Hop Crypto Club is basically a NFT project that is bringing together artists, producers, visual artists, and business folks alike to really change the game. Tash is 30-year artist, hip hop artist with the Alkaholiks, solo projects, insane, contracts and just dealing with the industry. It's giving them a career for sure. So, we're not downing nobody, but it's like really giving the due to the artist, right? They're creating these labels, they're creating these businesses. Hip hop created a whole generation of millionaires and a whole generation of new businesses around it. And it just seems like the artist got screwed. Partnered with my cousin Tash to really put together this what we call a collective, more than a label or a publishing company or a distribution company, because we're really partnering with the artist. So if the artist is bringing something to the table, cutting our part out that we were supposed to do, and we're cutting them in for that. It's really a partnership. We're bringing the community, we're building the community. Our whole goal is to change this culture. Our whole goal is to take this music that Tash and all his boys grew up creating. I feel like at a certain point they all got shelled. They brought on all these new cats, and now we're listening to something alien, thinking it's what it was, and it's not. It's missing some soul. It's missing some direction. We got these cats that have kids that are supposed to have been growing with that knowledge, and that knowledge was supposed to be from a teenage all the way to adulthood, and we were supposed to grow with them, but they stunted us, right? So we back. We're like, nah, you ain't stunting us. You can't stop us. Web3, independence, creative control.
Yeah.
We gonna bring it back, find them 90s cats. I couldn't do it without Tash. I don't know how these record labels feel like they can do this shit without their artists. And I just don't understand how they built this shit off their backs and just didn't give them shit. So, we're here to change that.
Completely agree with that, man. Like, I love what you talked about in the culture and taking the power back, putting the art and giving it back to the artist. Tash, honored guest, what are your thoughts on all this?
Exactly what Kevin said. That's it. I mean, it's like this. Like, I don't know who on here is familiar with my group, The Alkaholiks and everything, but, we came out in the early 90s. We basically, we've been through so many bad record deals that we started getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we first signed our first couple deals. Well, we was on Loud for 10 years, so that was our first, label and everything. It was us, Exhibit, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Big Pun. So it was like, our label was like joining an all-star team. Everybody wanted to be a part of Loud Records and everything. So we kind of signed the contracts, wanting to be a part of some shit, not realizing that we signed it like the most. Have you seen that contract? Man, on the reels, like realistically, if you read that contract, it's basically as kids, we're signing contracts where if a CD costs $15.99, remember CDs? I know y'all probably young, but CDs, cassettes.
Oh, yeah.
We know. Go. Green light, bro.
Compact
If a
disc.
CD was $15.99, and Loud Record was getting $15.99 for the sale of a Alkaholiks CD, the Alkaholiks were splitting less than 90 cents. 3 ways.
What?
Say that one more time, please.
Say it one more time.
I said we signed a contract where basically, I don't want to let y'all too far into how whack the industry was back then. When you sign a deal, you got to read it. You got to have a lawyer read it. You got to do other things. And we signed a deal that basically we were splitting $1 of a CD that cost $16. So we're splitting it amongst ourselves. The Licks are splitting $1 amongst ourselves. So it's like 33 cents a piece over $6.99. That was our first deal. This is an opportunity where the artist can take back control, have all the creative control, get the money that they deserve for creating the art. The way right now is like the stupid shit. The dumber you can sound on the beat seems to be winning. We want to get it back to where people actually had to sit down and create music and think of shit before they say it.
Let me say this though, because it's so real that you put out all this energy, right? And for me, it's like you create art and you put this art out for other people to appreciate, but then a business will come in and make the large lion's share of value and the reward of it. It's like without you putting out this art, there would have not been any reward to reap. And so in this new space we have, it's like, yo, bro, it's like you've definitely touched 1,000 people with a CD. You know what I mean? Imagine 1,000 people get a $100 NFT and you go do a show with them for the Web3 and have this type of vibe with them. That's $100,000 in your pocket. It went right to you. It went right to whatever creator that provided that value directly to the people that want to rock with them. So we got the group that'll support it and we got the people that'll create.
You need this space to happen because like Spotify and all those platforms are not doing it for the music industry, right? You guys get even less from album now than when you've sold CDs, right?
The streams and all that shit and everything, it's broken down to like you get 0.5 cent every stream and all that. So it's still whack as fuck, but you're not getting what you deserve.
You're never getting what you deserve. That's a fact.
I'm learning to do the coding myself, right? So I got into the coding aspect. I used to rap, had my own joint up, got it charted on Funkmaster Flex Record Pool. DJ Bizarro helped me produce it. I don't know if you're familiar with it. We never got a chance to crack through the surface. And the reason why I'm saying that is I look at Web3 as an opportunity for us to rebirth. So I'm listening to you guys, especially you, Tash, as being one of the dudes that when me and my dudes are going to play ball back in the 90s and early 2000s, we got you in the car. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, this is an honor for me. I don't think a lot of people truly understand it. There's goosebumps racing through my arms right now. You can see them. I had an opportunity to meet the founders of of what started something that I grew up as a shorty loving it, that made me want to do what y'all are doing in a positive way. I'm just talking about doing something that you love doing, that you can make somebody head tap and be like, yo, did you hear the words that they particularly used in this record? Go get your dictionary, nigga. Go get the synonym so you can come back and flip that in another bar. I'm from the days of when you battled on the corner on the way to going to Chinese restaurant from your mom. You get home late and get a spanking. What took you so long, right? That's the era I came up from, you guys being able to set the trend and being the ones that led the way for us. So I look at the Web3 again as the rebirth period. How can we put this in a particular way where we're all going to be able to benefit? So I got some ideas. I got some ideas that are lined up like, okay, this is for the people. We're going to make this for the people.
I was talking the other day, we have the ability right today in this kind of world to create our own revenue, to create our own money system, right? We don't have to buy into that shit. We can go out right now and we're about to create the Tash Pass. And if you fuck with that and you believe in that, just like you believe in that bullshit ass fiat $100 bill with some bullshit ass people on that front cover, right? If you believe in that, cool. If you believe in this shit and creativity and the ability to build something on the back of this.
I love what you said there too, the Tash Pass. That sounds cool because I think as we talked about the power in the artists and giving back the power, the artists had the art, the artists have the content. And I like the idea of a pass because there's also this idea of concerts in the metaverse, or we've talked about previous episodes, a connectivity you have in NFTs with these artists, with these dev teams that are making these NFTs, that now if I'm a fan of Tash, I also get to know Tash a little through the pass. And then that kind of grows from there. He gets a connection with his fans. We're always on these spaces listening to the concerts, and it grows from there.
That's big facts. You know, the community is the new currency to me. And how many people can we get on board to something that is valuable to all of us?
I ain't even trying to interrupt nobody. It just popped in my head. It kind of goes back to what somebody said earlier. This is just totally random, off the chart and everything. But how record labels got people to sign those crazy ass deals and everything. You know, they put the artists in these BMWs and chains on them and fly chicks and bitches, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff around them. All the kids looked up to rappers, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But what they do, what their technique is that when they go and they see a talented person and they know this dude can make them millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, they go to the artist and they say, hey, we're gonna give you this bullshit contract. They know the artist ain't gonna have a lawyer look at it because they desperate. They wanna get out the hood or whatever the case may be, you know? But what they always do, they threaten you with the fact that if they want you to sign the contract by Friday, you don't wanna sign it by Friday, their attitude is, we're big as fuck, you ain't shit, we'll get somebody else next, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Every time you go to open your mouth with them to say something on your behalf, they're basically like, look, you don't like the contract, so what? Get the fuck out of here. We got 10 of you, you know what I'm saying? And kids used to fall in, me especially, you know what I mean? Like Cube and NWA and all that. You know, I don't know how old y'all are and everything, but Ice Cube left
so
NWA.
That's a big fact. We know that.
Okay. Man, you don't know hip hop if you don't know Ice Cube.
You know, he left the group because of the same shit I'm talking about. He saw that early.
That's some real shit. Man, that's some pimping shit too. Like, we show you a good time and get you on my side, so we could do what we do later.
So let's talk about the Tash Pass real quick.
Yeah, let's hear about this Tash Pass.
The Tash Pass, if y'all know the Alkaholiks, if y'all follow the Alkaholiks, y'all know, just coming up in the Liquid crew, a lot of people have put a lot of people on. And when I say put them on, I'm saying like, I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm gonna put you in I'm gonna bring you on a tour. And if you do what you do and you rip it, then let's go. We can all make some money, you know? So it's like, we had to give each other shots and pull each other up from the dirt to make this shit happen. The Alkaholiks helped a whole slew of motherfuckers get on from, you know, Exhibit to even Eminem and them on. This time, we're bringing a whole lot of motherfuckers into Web3. We're gonna usher a whole lot of the legends over. We're gonna bring up some young and up and coming cats as well. The plan is, we bring them into the Web3. You got to have the Tash Pass to get into any project hip hop crypto club related, right? So there's going to be really exclusive shit. There'll be some dope shit, but everything's going through the Tash Pass. You got that, you got whitelisted. And then it's also coming with music. So we've got, at Mint, you get one song. It's called Party with Tash. That song includes all the stems. You can get the stems so you can do some mixes and remixes and things like that, as well as the full song. And then it also comes with a commercial limited license. So you can take that, you can mix it, so you can take Tash off and be like, man, that was whack. I'm taking him off. You won't do that shit. You can never that. You can be on the fucking track with Tash, you know what I'm saying? Add a third verse, be on that
the track with him? That sounds wicked.
can remix the beat. You can add whatever the fuck you want. If you're a producer, you can take the whole beat off and do your own beat. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it, right? You can take different sounds and make remix with it. You can sample it and make a sample with it. And then you have a limited ability to put out 1,000 of those tracks. You don't have the ability to distribute them, so they have to come through us. But you can put out 1,000 of those tracks. You sell those, you get a percentage. Tash gets a percentage. Hip Hop Crypto gets a percentage. Secondary, same thing.
I like that, bro. And it goes through your ecosystem, so people,
It goes through the ecosystem.
I was gonna say we could talk, man, because you know I'm a claim being the king rapper on Solana, and I've had an experience like that being a kid. My first time in the studio in the projects, I said, "Yo, OG, what's that button do?" He's like, "No, nigga, just rap." I said, "Oh shit, all right, let me just rap." And it's like I realized in that moment, or just growing up, I never forgot it. Cause I'm like, either he was afraid, like telling me would make me better than him, like one day I'll take his job, or it's just like he didn't know what the fuck he was doing either. And that's the deal. Like either people generally be afraid you're gonna get to where I'm at, and you might supersede me, which is crazy, or you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You a shitposter or an influencer, you trying to appease the people, you don't have nothing really of value to give to nobody.
I think the youngsters call it capping.
That really reminds me too, what we were talking, you were saying like back in the day, you know, the OGs brought you guys through the purer days of hip hop where you didn't make it online. There wasn't social media. You made it by showing up to these shows. You made it by performing night in, night out, over and over and over, just to perfect your craft. Like you were talking about in the hip hop club there, you guys are going to help people come through. There's that connectivity where you can help these artists now, because it's not just about giving people a platform to say, hey, here's a distributor, you know, go make me some music. There's a lot that goes into helping these kids and the youth with mentality, with mindset into the game, schooling them on the rules of the game. It's dog eat dog, man. There's sharks in these waters.
I think listening to just all of the insane things that Tash has gone through, the real stories of our culture and understanding the history about how these dudes got on, you know. Y'all saw Tash on the West Coast everywhere, at radio stations, kicking in doors, trying to get on the mic, let people know his craft, let people know that this was even credible music. Because if y'all remember, it wasn't even credible music back in the day. It wasn't even considered music. So, you know, these dudes had to really get on the mic at the radio stations, rip their best written or freestyle or whatever it was. And now it's like, oh no, that's just what you do. That was pioneer. These people have built their careers off of this shit. And ain't nobody getting any type of love for that. But we have an opportunity to kind of change all that shit. So, you know, Tash works fucking his ass off that's how he's been in a 30-year career. From day one, fucking knocking on doors, fucking showing up, kicking in doors, you know, whatever it was. We're doing that again in Web3. It's not just music, it's an experience. So you get an opportunity to experience, and what we say is get the Tash Pass, it's your VIP to the rap life. Tash's first album, solo album, Rap Life. So we kicking it back to that. And that's your access, right? To the rap life. So you can be able to experience behind the scenes on him making music. He's gonna ask questions and what do y'all think about this beat versus this beat? Who do y'all think I should get for this? And experience the creative process, right?
We need to support each other on here. You know what I'm saying? Because we see where we're going with it. We just need other people. And what's appealing to these kids, unfortunately, is not the music, it's the paper. You know what I'm saying? They saying, where can we make the money at? Everybody says that everybody's a rapper and everything. Half the people that I talk to don't give a fuck about music or rapping or nothing like that. They just see it as an easy lick. And what we're trying to do is weed out those people and get back to the art of the music, the art of the art.
Let me jump in real quick. I'm a person that listens to my spirit. That voice that I hear saved me from getting in a lot of the shit. It saved me from doing a lot of shit. It's even been able to tell that person over there, they got 3 days, they're going home. And that's when I learned to listen to that voice, because
that little voice was your mama, man. That's what it was. Your mama said that.
My mom ain't here. So she left me when I was 2 months after I turned 6. My mom's passed away. So I had that voice with me my whole life, right? I've made connections with people that I would have never been able to make just by listening to that voice and speaking. So allow me to fly the plane for a little bit longer, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm saying, how can my company and what I'm trying to do possibly help the movement you guys already have and the history you already have that I don't have as an artist that's touching the NFT space and being able to create? I fucks with the shorties. The shorties look at me and they're like, yo, coach, because I coach football, I coach basketball, I do the drills with them. They're like, yo, coach, how old are you? I tell them my age. You my parents' age, but my parents don't move like you. My parents don't look like you. My parents are mad old. I don't get it. How you that age and you one of us? Oh, you be getting sturdy with us? Yeah, I'm getting sturdy with you because I'm in the party dancing too. I love all of the music, soca, reggae, hip hop. I grew up on all of this, and the energy is still beating live within the blood. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying, what's missing is a direct connection to another movement. I call that cross-pollinating. So I'm already cross-pollinating with my frame of my NFT package with other people who have their own NFTs out there that are able to say, well, in this particular meeting, you guys are having a movement. We got to be able to cross-pollinate and join communities. So the community now becomes strengthened in numbers. We're all going to have our own project. We're all going to have our own things that we're doing. It's just like you put me on here, I put you on there. One hand wash the other. We keep moving. We're still building and influencing the new people as they're coming in to say, oh, you rocking with me? That's my man too. You got to fucks with him on this. Oh, you rocking with them? That's my man over there. Gotta go fucks with them on that. That's how I've been able to get into different spaces and even get up into this spot where I'm sitting here with you guys because I stumbled in with T and we had a great communication, we had a great conversation that like, yo, what you doing tomorrow? So a lot of the conversations that we had is about networking. We sometimes forget to do that in the Web3 space, thinking that we're not talking to human beings. We're talking to human beings. It's just that instead of seeing your faces, we're looking at pixels and we're no longer looking at titles because everybody got fake names up. So you never know who you're talking to on the other end of that thing. There's been people that have been in the room that's been billionaires. I've been around billionaires and millionaires my whole life. I've trained their team and made them more millions, and I've been the poorest person in the room and they're sitting there taking notes. So it's not about the influence that you have over a direct, it's about the influence that we can have over the whole collect. You know, I'm bars, let me write that down.
I was bars.
Yeah.
Let me get 16, son.
Oh man, that was sweet. It's been a wicked chat, learning all about the true history of hip hop, things the record labels didn't tell you. Why don't we take a little break, continue this after, and we'll chat to each other in the next episode. Go ahead, like, retweet, and subscribe. Never miss a puff, never miss a vibe.
Apes get high, puff, puff, we like puff, puff, pass that vibe. Stone apes get high, puff, puff, we like puff, puff, pass that vibe. Stone apes get high, puff, puff, we like go.